On December 23, 1927, a man dressed as Santa Claus walked into a small Texas bank and turned Christmas into a killing ground. A gunshot shattered the lobby. Panic exploded. The robbers escaped with just $12,000, almost nothing for a bank of that size. But before fleeing, they left death behind. What followed wasn't an arrest. It was a manhunt. How did a Christmas costume transform a small-town robbery into one of the deadliest bank crimes in American history? Cisco, Texas is the kind of town where nothing goes unnoticed for long. Strangers stand out. Faces are remembered. That's the problem the robbers faced. The First National Bank of Cisco held cash on payroll day, but it sat in a place where people recognized one another by habit, not effort. Any unfamiliar man walking in with nervous energy would have been remembered instantly. The obstacle wasn't security systems or steel vaults. It was familiarity. The solution was psychological, not technical. Hide in plain sight. Use a Santa Claus costume. Something so familiar, so expected, that it wouldn't trigger suspicion. Strike in broad daylight when no one expects violence. Move fast. Leave faster. And end the robbery with an explosion designed to scatter witnesses, delay pursuit, and buy time. The bomb wasn't a backup plan. It was the exit. The robbery does not begin at the bank. It begins with Marshall Ratliff. Ratliff is an ex-con who already robbed a bank once. He was sentenced to 18 years. He served one. A sudden pardon puts him back on the street. Instead of gratitude, he sees opportunity. He doesn't want another small job. He wants one robbery that pays for everything. Cisco becomes the target. Ratliff plans to work with his brother. That plan dies when his brother goes back to jail. So Ratliff recruits men who already understand violence. He brings in Henry Helms and Robert Hill, both former inmates who don't hesitate. They know the job will be loud. They accept it anyway. A fourth man is added for technical skill. Illness removes him at the last minute. Ratliff replaces him with Lewis Davis, a relative of Helms with no criminal record. Cisco might recognize him, so he hides in plain sight. The Santa Claus disguise isn't creative. It's protective. A stranger raises questions. Santa lowers defenses. On the morning of December 23rd, the four men drive more than 200 miles toward Cisco. They believe preparation will keep the robbery controlled. They're wrong. The car rolls into town late in the morning. No one notices. Ratliff steps out first. The costume works immediately. People smile. Children point. Adults relax. No one watches his hands. The others trail behind, spaced just far enough to look unrelated. They don't rush. They don't talk. Ratliff reaches the bank door. The bell rings. He walks to the center of the room. The sack drops. The shotgun comes out.
If you are enjoying the story, kindly like, share, and subscribe. People scream. People dive. People freeze. Control disappears. Helms and Hill rush in, shouting orders that don't land. Fear is louder than commands. Ratliff realizes the room isn't obeying. That's when he escalates. He brings out the bomb. It was meant to intimidate. It becomes a countdown. The device is placed on the counter. The threat is now real. The robbers grab whatever cash is closest. No vault. No counting. No plan left. They escape with barely $12,000. For a payroll bank, it's nothing. The robbery has already failed. Then the bomb detonates. The explosion tears through the building. 5 people are killed. One of them is a child. The crime stops being a robbery. It becomes a massacre. Cisco turns into a crime scene. Texas turns into a hunting ground. Witnesses talk. Descriptions spread. The Santa suit becomes unforgettable. Ratliff doesn't make it far. Police corner him near a farmhouse. He chooses a gunfight. He is killed. Helms is tracked down next. He dies resisting arrest. Hill follows. Another shootout. Another body. Lewis Davis tries to run. He doesn't get far. None of them reach a courtroom. None of them see a trial. The Santa disguise works perfectly going in. It guarantees they can never disappear going out. The money never matters. The damage does. Cisco never forgets the robbery. Christmas never feels harmless again. The plan was supposed to be quick. The violence made it permanent. Ratliff thought experience would protect him. It didn't. The disguise worked. The plan didn't. And no one who walked into that bank dressed as Santa Claus lived long enough to spend the money.